Everyone needs a place to go. That's a simple reason we're here. Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Cosy Reads. I hope you've all been keeping well. Welcome to part 1 of this new series, A Nexus of Outliers, a story about a group of mortals in the Regalian universe who take in strays, outliers and misfits, with today's story focusing a little bit on who they are and where their story is going. So I hope you all enjoy, and let's dive in. Quick, through here, an individual called to his companions. Stop them! The police officer called to his colleagues. As the individual and his companions slipped through a gate and into an underground area, a light shone out before manifesting copy images of the group, which these images then carried on running in the direction that the group was going. The officers saw these images, believed them to be the real thing, and the group watched as the officers ran over the grate, passing them all. Whew, now that was close. Can't let them be getting that close or else they'll think I'm getting soft, the individual said to the people he was with. They all looked at him with slight fear and bewilderment. They'd just outran a group of police officers, so it made sense they would feel this way. For him, it was just another day on the job. Alright, let me take you to all your new homes. As they walked through the area, they noticed other individuals. They're rummaging about, walking around, picking up things, chatting, laughing. If this was a place for the homeless, then why did it seem so happy? You're probably curious about this place. This is the underground. We use it as networks to get around the city whenever we need to transport people. We're not criminals. Well, not completely anyway. So we don't use this to harbour any ill-gotten gains, if that's what you're thinking. To be honest, the area is mainly used by people who need a place to stay while they get their lives together, or by people who prefer the dark and would rather live here. We don't own this place, but we look after it, and the people here are quite friendly, the individual explained. The group were intrigued. They had heard about the Nexus of Outliers, or the network of misfits, as some people like to call them, but they never imagined what they would see or how the group would be like. They'd only met their transporter, but he was already quite a character. Eventually the group came to a cellar door. Their transporter had already called forward, and the door was revealed and opened. The group were helped out of the cellar and into a cafe? This was not what the group was expecting. A cafe? Well, we'll be safe here, a member of the group said, with an air of worry. You'll be fine. Here, take these. They are identity modifiers. They change your appearance and identity. We got them so that you can have a warm meal here before we carry on with the rest of our journey. After the group had applied their modifiers, they walked into the cafe and were seated. None of the group could even recognize each other, which was good, because if it could fool them, then it would fool everyone else. They were eventually given their food, with the children also given toys to play with, to take their minds off of the ordeal that they had just been through. As the group ate and relaxed for the first time in a long time, the individual who brought them explained that he would need to go and speak with someone before leaving the group to their food. Damn, another group of kids. It's the third one this month. People really are becoming desperate, and with less people to turn to, they're having to drag their kids along, the individual said to the cafe owner. True, things are becoming difficult, but that's why we're here, to help people like them. Give them a place where they can fit in away from the prying eyes of the government and their reapers. And hey Locke, you're good with kids anyway, so I'm sure this isn't too difficult for you, the cafe owner said back, while giving Locke a hearty slap on the back. Sure Berta, whatever, Locke responded. While they were having their conversation, they heard some commotion outside the front door. Bang! The front door to the cafe was kicked open and a group of dangerous looking people came into the cafe. We're looking for escapees, malformed runaways and disgusting rats trying to blend into normal society, the leader of the gang said while picking up a bag of chips, taking a bite of one and then dashing the rest onto the floor. He then started to walk through the cafe, looking closely at every patron. The group from earlier were all sitting, quietly trying not to speak or reveal themselves in any way. A lot of them looked down, holding their children close. Haha, I think some of them are rats, boss. Haha, they got the rat ears and teeth and everything. Proper disgusting vermin they are, a member of the group said while spitting on the floor. The others burst out laughing, with the boss then taking out a Bowie knife and putting it close to the group at the table. Maybe some of you might be the ones we're looking for. You all look normal though, but someone could be hiding something. Well, hello there. If you could all take a seat, then I'll be right with you. And please, do not antagonize the other guests, Berta said, with a raised but sweet and homely voice. The boss looked over at her and told her to mind her business. Well, I cannot. This is my cafe after all, and I like to make sure that everyone here feels welcome and homely. So please, if you would not mind, either take a seat or leave if you would not like to patron here, Berta responded. At this, the boss got annoyed. It was clear she wasn't going to let this go. He went over to her and flashed his knife, putting it to her throat with a smirk. In response, Berta turned into a massive bear, swiping the knife from the boss's hands before roaring loudly, terrifying almost everyone in the cafe, causing the criminals to leave, running with their tails between their legs. And that brings chapter 1 of this new series to an end. I hope you've all enjoyed this chapter, and let me know what you thought of it. The Nexus of Outliers are an interesting group of people who do anything to protect those who have been outcasted by society for simply being them. In next week's chapter, we'll see more about the group through the eyes of the people who they are saving. And as time goes on, the Nexus will become inundated with new people when a calamity strikes their home. But that is a story for another day. So until then, I hope you have all sufficiently warmed up and that this story has brought you some level of comfort. I wish you safe travels on the journey of life, and feel free to come back again whenever you need a new story to warm your day.